Strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Girls.
Lately, the noise around Oprah has been getting louder, and this time it is not fading into the background at all.
Go look and see what happened to them girls.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's headmistress. Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school.
That's right. People are now talking about how Oprah Winfrey's school in South Africa might just be a front for child trafficking.
According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing. But as of right now, nobody is sure why these rumors have started, as there is currently no news reporting that there have been missing girls at Oprah's school. Regardless, these rumors have managed to go viral all over TikTok and Twitter, and they continue to be spread to this day.
Comedians like Katt Williams have been sounding the alarm, and now people are whispering that 50 Cent could be the next one to fully speak up, believe it or not. Once these conversations start, they do not slow down. They explode fast. People online are now questioning whether Oprah's public image overseas, including her work in South Africa, is really as clean and straightforward as it looks on the surface. No accusations are proven, but the sudden shift in discussion has people raising eyebrows and asking uncomfortable questions. Then 50 Cent jumped into the conversation, and that is when things really turned up.
Yeah, I really don't care about Oprah Winfrey. Or how shocked and what they think. I think that's the point when you're detached and you don't actually understand the environment anymore. I think they've reached that point. When they look at me like I'm supposed to be detached because I made a few dollars. They're really detached. I don't even think Oprah Winfrey is a black woman. I think she's a white woman. She's been catering to a demographic of middle-aged white women for a long period of time. And I think when you act as if for long periods, you become as if. And I think our views are similar to Bill O'Reilly's. I'm not sure what direction leaders should actually be focusing on. And if I knew that, I would be the biggest black leader around. To be honest with you, I think the impression is made by the actual success of an artist that comes from where I come from. It's so inspiring that it creates what hip-hop is. It creates what, like a magic. It makes the American dream believable. That you can come from nothing and amount to everything. The imaginations.
According to him and others, Oprah has a long history of quietly blocking or damaging the careers of certain black entertainers while always protecting her own powerful position. 50 has pointed to multiple public moments to show this was not random at all. To understand why he feels so strongly, you have to rewind to the beginning of his rise. When his career was taking off, he wanted to sit down with Oprah for an interview. The goal was simple: show growth, explain his journey, and prove he was more than his past. But Oprah reportedly shut it down fast. She did not like his music, did not like his image, and did not want him anywhere near her platform. 50 did not brush that off quietly. He openly criticized her, saying her audience did not represent people like him or his fans. He claimed she spoke to a completely different crowd and rejected everything his music stood for. Instead of backing down, he leaned into the tension. For him, conflict worked better than silence. Eventually, the interview did happen, but not because Oprah wanted it. Industry pressure and ratings made avoiding it impossible, and that was just the beginning.
Out like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, May 24th. She was bent over, actually planting flowers in the garden, and I walked over here to sit in the actual vehicle that my friend was waiting for me in, and the car pulled up on the side of us. a guy got out the passenger seat of that car, came around behind it, and through the actual car.
What does it feel like to be is it a physical feeling?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much as people imagine it hurts because of your adrenaline and how the shock of what's actually going on. It hurts after.
Did you feel the first one or the ninth one?
I don't even know. I didn't know my legs were broke.
Really?
When I tried to get out the car at the hospital, both of my legs were broke. Like I broke in 3 places on this side and then...
Where were you?
In my hands, my legs several times, like 5 times in my hands and then in my legs and then in my face.
Other artists started sharing similar stories. Ludacris said when he appeared on Oprah's show to promote a movie, the focus suddenly shifted from the film to judging his music instead. He later said parts of what he said were edited out, making him look quiet and unsure when he had actually spoken up clearly. To him, it felt like he was used as an example instead of being treated fairly. Then came Dave Chappelle, and that situation raised even more eyebrows. After walking away from a massive comedy deal, Dave went on Oprah's show to explain his decision.
Have you made it to Oprah yet?
Have I made it to Oprah? I've been on Oprah a long time ago.
Okay, so
I haven't made it back, but I was on there one time. I'll tell you.
How did it go?
You know what? You talking about the first time I was on
The first time he was
You
on
didn't
Oprah.
see it?
No, I missed this
You
one.
didn't hear about it?
Is this the one about the N-word?
No,
This was about the movie. Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah.
She cut you off.
Right.
She edited out what you had to say.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what it came down to. That was the only time I was on Oprah.
Okay, and then...
Now, whether we get invited back or not,
Did you call her and say, why did you edit me, Oprah? Those who listening, trying to figure out what was it.
It was a lot of. It was certain comments that she had made about. I was there for Crash for the movie.
Yeah.
And basically, she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course, I was up there with the whole cast of Crash, and so I didn't necessarily felt like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music, and even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs. Don't say you just don't agree with all of my music.
Right.
So it was a lot of comments that actually, basically, she was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal. And when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it.
Wow.
Like was just quiet and didn't say
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
what I did.
Yes, mother Oprah. Yes.
Nah, but I have a lot of respect, of course, for Oprah. I don't see how anyone can't have respect for Oprah. What she's accomplished in her lifetime, I just think that we came to a disagreement about something. And you can have loved ones, you have family members, you have friends, you have arguments, and you disagree, and sometimes you agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Instead of letting him fully control his narrative, Oprah kept pushing a different angle, suggesting stress and personal struggles were the real reason. Dave pushed back hard, explaining that anyone in his position would feel pressure. As Dave himself said, it was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories. That exchange made a lot of viewers uncomfortable. By then, a clear pattern was forming in the public eye. Each time a successful black entertainer sat across from Oprah, the focus somehow drifted away from their work and toward questioning their choices or character.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay.
When
you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see it before. Look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through, and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time in their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I felt like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress.
Watch how Prince responded to Oprah calling him weird on TV, and what he said to Oprah in the end really made me think.
Can you, go to the mall?
Last time I went to the mall, I took about 400 people out with me, so I don't do that much.
Really? Do you do, what we would perceive to be normal, everyday stuff? Are you always this pretty? I know you must perceive yourself as being different, but have you ever perceived yourself as being weird in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand everything's relative, not weird to me.
Yeah, and you're living in Minneapolis, of all places.
Minneapolis, yeah. I will always live in Minneapolis.
You will always live here? Why?
It's so cold, it keeps the bad people out.
I believe that.
Critics say this helped protect Oprah's image with her audience while quietly hurting others, and people still remember the moment she tried calling Prince weird to his face, only for Prince to clap back instantly and shut it down hard. As these clips started resurfacing, people began watching them again with fresh eyes, and the reactions hit different this time. Moments that once passed as tough interviews are now being viewed by some as carefully staged setups meant to control the narrative. That is exactly why Katt Williams' warnings landed so hard.
You probably wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
What's the answer?
The answer is the liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer's over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still gonna be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity.
He did not just call out individuals, he pointed at the system itself. According to him, the industry is designed to lift a select few while quietly shutting the door on everyone else. And many online believe that if 50 Cent decides to fully unload everything he claims to know, this situation might only be warming up. The tension surrounding Oprah did not stop with rappers and comedians either. Actresses began speaking out, and that is when things shifted from awkward interviews to real industry power struggles. Taraji P. Henson stunned a lot of people when she opened up about being underpaid for major projects, including a high-profile film connected to Oprah. Later, during an interview with Oprah's close friend Gayle King, Taraji became emotional and admitted she had even thought about walking away from acting altogether.
By the time the agency get their cut and what you see they were supposed to get is a fraction of that. Where do you come down on that, Katt?
It was the saddest thing ever, because imagine being in your genre, in your sub-niche, whatever it is. Imagine being in your lane. Imagine being one of the very top of your lane. That to the point where if they don't take you for the role, there's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're gonna give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all. And they not making my pay go up because I'm doing better or nothing. It don't matter to them that I'm famous and people know me or nothing. They want to pay me exactly what they paying the new girl. And I've been suffering under it for a decade now and just taking it. I just been getting whooped. But I just gotta come say, this is wrong. We should be ashamed. But this is a country where we don't pay the teachers and then we say the kids is the most important thing. You can't have both of them. If you do that, we're gonna end up with a generation that can't read. Guess what? Generation Z and A can't read. Why? Because who was giving them a book? We gave them an iPad or a phone, and now the letters don't mean there's no cursive writing. Right. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is what period of time it's in. It's the period where the victims get to say, they've been hurting me for a long time. And I just ain't said nothing because I was trying to be strong and I didn't want to shame anybody. When our people call out for help, we gotta understand. You know what I mean? Like we put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. The people that been in his productions, they not famous. All of them could walk through the mall without security.
That moment instantly reminded people of Monique. She has been speaking out for years about her own experience, claiming she was pushed out of opportunities after refusing to do unpaid promotion for a film she was barely compensated for. According to her, standing her ground earned her a difficult label while others stayed quiet. 50 Cent publicly backed her up, praising her talent and calling out powerful figures for apologies. He even said he wanted to help bring her career back into the spotlight. So the big question started circulating fast. Could 50 be helping revive her career as part of a larger documentary aimed at exposing Oprah? That idea might sound wild.
Monique, why is she canceled? And then I know Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her. When I talked to him, he was like, nah, I never told no one not to work with her. And I said, but you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to work with her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I never looked at it like that. Because I said you just got to consider how strong your influence is at that point.
But many say it is not impossible. Then there is Oprah's long list of Hollywood connections. 50 has pointed out her past closeness with figures who later became controversial, raising questions about how much she really knew and when. Oprah has said she was unaware of any wrongdoing, but critics argue her proximity to power makes that hard for some to accept. They believe she benefited from the same system that hurt others, even if she now distances herself from it.
So Rose McGowan has put Oprah on blast.
He seemingly suggested in the caption that Oprah knew the Hollywood producer was mistreating women.
He took hold of me and stood me in front of the mirror. And he's like touching me, rubbing me, and he's like, just relax.
And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
Oprah Winfrey will do anything to defend her powerful friends, even when her friends, like Harvey Weinstein, are complete monsters. She was there while he took advantage of hundreds of women. Harvey even used his friendship with Oprah to trap victims. But Oprah didn't stop it, and she sat on the sidelines and maybe even provided Harvey with additional victims. This is a sick situation and a twisted friendship. So let's get into it. Oprah Winfrey has built a reputation for herself, but it hasn't been able to withstand the test of time. And that's her own fault because her behavior does not align with what she preaches. And today I want to talk a little bit about Harvey Weinstein. I feel like that name is so triggering because he's essentially what kicked off the Me Too movement, because he's a sick man that Oprah, for whatever reason, continues to support. And it's because these two go way back in time. They've had a professional relationship that stretches back 2 decades. There are many photos of her kissing and hugging Harvey Weinstein at ceremonies and events.
At this point, the line between fact, accusation, and rumor feels blurry. What is clear is that public trust has taken a hit. People are digging through old interviews, old friendships, and old decisions, asking whether some success came at the cost of others being pushed aside. If 50 Cent follows through on what he has been hinting at, Oprah could be facing the biggest challenge to her public image yet. Until then, the warnings remain, the clips keep spreading, and the conversation refuses to slow down. What do you think? Could there be more celebrities involved in this than we know? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.